welcome back to my channel, and we're going to talk about unwillingness and unopenness will be your one of your biggest downfall. And let me tell you how, or maybe why it may be your the biggest downfall is okay. So let's say in nature, they adapt and adjust over time. And here's an example like the weather change. If they don't change their, let's say, the leaves colors in the fall, or let it fall and it just kept this leaf up, they will destruct and mess up their roots, mess up their stems. They're gonna mess up almost anything that they built for many, many years. Let's say like the trees and bushes, they've been growing many, many years, and it's their first time doing fall. Of course, they slowly adjust to it, but if they don't want to adjust, they will literally destroy themselves and literally destruct and be like one of those old trees that don't want to adapt to the environment. So it's like saying they move the tree to a more of a cold environment. So they will literally die if they don't adjust and adapt. And I got that strategy or that idea from my high school teacher. And ever since then, if you're not adapting, you're destructing, you're being left behind, literally. And that is your biggest downfall, is of course, is you. You are stopping yourself from reaching goals and growth and transformation in your entire life. Like, you're the one that's stopping it. And be open to change. So here's another example that could literally change your life. And it don't have to be solely about physical or anything like that, but it can be mental, physical, emotional, and mental. So those got a line, and if one change, it could be like a ripple effect, or if you change it all, it'll be 10 times more. Even financial can literally change your life. So just by applying financial, like, just let's say you have fear of getting growth in your business. If you don't bypass that by adjusting and adapting to society change, you're probably not going to grow financially as well. So from that being said, let's say okay, so like, okay, let's say during next living time, even though we're not going to use that, let's say the new farm, the old farming ways and the new farming ways where they use like machines and stuff. So let's say they stuck with being old day. Let's say there are people that are doing old day farming, but they're not going to make as much money as the new world farming are. So by you being stuck in your old ways, you're not growing. We're not talking about religion. We're not talking about traditions like Amish people be doing. They are thriving on what they do and they love it. But let's say that you want to make more money than you are now, but you're so stuck in your ways that you really not think, but you probably believe, all based off belief systems, and you really think you can like become big and in today's society doing old day farming skills and stuff, and don't use no machines, and you just stick with old books. It works with many, many years, and you just don't want to adapt and change to the new society ways of using the machines, and it's faster and it's more efficient and more money. And he just don't want to, so he's stuck in his ways, and one of his biggest downfall. And then he can't pay the bills or help his family or the things that he wanted to do because farming literally put him in more in debt. So once he wants to break through and invest and change his life, he will increase more in financial ways when you do new farming and new environments and stuff like that. So nothing changed if you don't change. And always, like, I always like tell myself, like, always be willing to change, always willing to grow. You will lose nothing for changing. You will absolutely lose nothing for changing to improve, to be specific, to improve your life, to become more happier and more growth, and letting things go. It's okay to change. That's how the world grows, is to adapt and adjust. is to grow and as a transformation. If you stay the same, you will literally like die. Like if you stay the same, you will literally be back in the day, in the past, and people associate past as death and stuff like that, or it no longer exists. We don't want that. We want to grow and forever exist and keep growing and keep evolving as every other thing in this world does. They adapt to the environment, they adjust to their survival, they adapt to anything that keeps them relevant or existing. So you don't want to change. This is why your life is probably the same for a very, very long time. Like people that at the same job with the same salary for, I've been here for 20 years. They've been the same for that long. And I be looking like, the same? You've been the same for that long? I'd be like, oh my God, I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't be somewhere for a long time. Like, let's say I have a business and it's stuck at 70K for 3 to 4 years. You're doing something that needs to be changed, it needs to evolve, or you're having a block, which is like you're not letting go of something or you're not adapting. And there's so many factors. And or you have something that's in your inner childhood that is blocking you, or your financial. It's up to you. You need to go find that out by, a mentor, spiritual mentor, or go here or go to your therapist, and it can literally open doors for you to manifest more and get into blocks and get to like 100K, 300K, 500K, a million. As growth goes on over time, it doesn't hit like that. Some things does, it does, something does, but other than that, that could be one of the things that you could use to grow. It's like therapy, like spiritual growth or financial growth. You can do one of those things to grow. If you're not adapting, you're dying at this point. That's what I like to use. If you're not adapting, you're dying. This could be like a struggle with from the struggles, things that you used to do or had, which is transformation and growth over time. So here's another story about adapting and adjusting. Let's say the old heads love the things without the internet. Like they stuck with their books and they were writing letters. And let's say you don't want to do those things. You're not willing to get a phone. You're not willing to get a page or a BlueBerry or use those. And you just stick with those thing telephones on the street and you just type the number in or something like that. You stuck with house phones, but you do not want to do anything that's like literally electronic. You're not willing to use it, to change it, especially if you have a business you're not willing to invest in things like on the internet, and you just stuck with storefront business and you getting only from word of mouth, which is good, but you're not using all tools to advance your business even more. And the old heads, one thing about old heads, they lack of change. Most of them lack of most change. They stuck in their ways and they don't want to change. And I know a lot of older women and men that does change. They are more further in life rather than the old heads that are like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing this. It works for me. But how you know that will work even more for you as well? Why not try to change so you know if it worked for you or not? Why not do that? I wouldn't mind doing that. As young as I am, I will hope to make sure that I will be open to change, to open to adapt to certain things in the environment. Because for me, I want to travel. I want to encounter different cultures and different environments and different food. I'm willing to open and be changed to it. Like if somebody does something like that I would be impressed in and like, oh my God, I thought that would be like a horrible thing, but once I tried it, I'm like, you know what? I'm putting that in my vocabulary. I'm keeping that in my heart. I need to grab that. But other than that, for you're not changing, it can literally be your biggest downfall. I cannot stop saying that because a lot of old heads that I encounter as young as I am, they not willing to change. They not willing to be open to listen to a younger person, because a younger person can literally change your life forever. Like, I learn a lot from younger people. In the younger generation, I don't think they slow it down. They got the internet. So from them absorbing so much more than any other people of other generation, they can be a little bit more further than most of us. They are not conditioned. They could be conditioned by the internet, but they would be more aware than most of us than we ever could have. They're more smarter. They were more in tune. I would say they will be more like they could care less. They know that school. Most of them know that schooling doesn't matter. Some of them does know that they don't care to go to a prestigious college or to go to learn, to not learn, but have a job under somebody. And it's like, yeah, don't underestimate learning from somebody from all ages, older or younger than you. And I will definitely learn from my kids, because kids are so smart. They are not conditioned. They are telling you the truth. They, most of the time, they're not telling you the inner demons you hate that they. Okay, let's say that, oh, I'm just gonna put weight into it. So they're gonna be like, oh, you're so fat. Oh my god, blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, I'm aware of being fat, but dang, that hurts. See, it brings out it's like everybody is the same. If then as you encounter people, you have people that is the same as you. So I don't know if that makes sense, but every time you hang out with somebody, they're a reflection of you. So that's pretty much why your kids, like, they be like running around angels, and it's coming out of nowhere and say something blunt, and it kind of trigger you, because you know that in you need to change it, adapt to it, help it grow from it, or something like that. This is why there's a kids for a reason. They are called your inner child. When you put see so within so without, so you have an inner child, it's like a projection. That's like another kid as an inner child. There's an inner child. They always tell the truth. They're always there, but you keep suppressing them, you suppressing your growth, your mindset, everything. So that's why I love kids. Like, I love kids, how they're blunt and they are true to themselves, but only you could be the person that dims their light, because they don't know anybody. They are young and they're new. So so back to the internet thing, and if he open his mind or her mind to adapt to new changes and use the internet, or find your siblings or your sisters or your daughters or your grandkids to help you advance you into growing your business, or get more ideas from younger generation that are booming more faster than older generations faster, then why not? So you can advance into new technology. Yeah, because like, I see a lot of people that had a business from they grew their business in 10 years and they finally hit $1 million. And I'm just like, there's new people that's here right now in today's 2024 that produce $1 million in less than 1 year. It can be you, and you can do it. Like, your belief system, you can do it within 1 year. You can do it within 3 years. If your business already starting your business, you can do it within 6 months. As long as you work on yourself to adapt and change, you're going to always win. No matter what. In your world, you'll always win. Even in general. Because when you focus on yourself, you're supposed to, as a reflection, it projects out. More you focus on yourself, it'll focus, and the world will focus on you, because you're focusing on yourself. You're supposed to. Because you only one. Okay? And you want with everybody. So when you give everybody unconditional, I would say, love, attention, anything like that, they will reciprocate that to you. So that's a reflection. So and overcoming fears to change things is letting go. Overcoming fears, it's okay. It's the unknown, but how you know the unknown could be a rainbow at the end. Keep going. You don't need to know the unknown, because if you know, if it's bad, you wouldn't do it. If it's fun, you only do it for the fun things. So it's okay to know there's an unknown. It's okay. It's part of life. Nature don't just think about the future. If I grow some fruits, what if I die? It doesn't. Don't think about that. It just grow and do it. It be alright. If it die next year and somebody cut it down, they don't think about it. What if I get cut down next year? Maybe I should stop growing fruits. Stop. You're starting your own growth. Don't think about the future. That's why you don't think about the unknown. So I think that's it. I will have to talk about is that don't let nothing stop you from growing. If you want to wear a beautiful big old gown to a casual event, okay, let's say a ball gown. Don't okay, yeah, like let's say it's like an elegant restaurant and you see like people like wear like pants and regular clothing. Just make sure that you do you, and if you're the brightest one in the room with the prettiest cute dress, so be it. You're stunting your growth if you don't do it, because that's who you are and that's who you want to be. Enlighten that so people can follow you if you want people to follow you. If you don't, dim your light, go in the dark, and nobody see you. Simple. And hey, lovelies, but bye, bellies. I'm joking. What am I talking about? Anyway, raw uncut video that I don't edit. That's why you see a lot of things and hear a lot of things. If anything, it's like if somebody like busting, here's what it is. I don't edit nothing. I probably will one day, y'all. But I just like the rawest unedited video because I just feel like I can like show who I am, unedited, like I did not messed up. I don't sound like a robot. I don't sound like if I run off the rant, why not? You know, like go on a rant, why not? But I mean that's it I have to say right now. It's this that you're the only one that's stunting your own growth. So yeah. So tell me a struggle that you had with something in the comments. With something you struggle with to grow. It don't matter if it's financial, physical, mental, emotional. But just let me know. It's nice talking to you guys. Thanks for tuning in to my channel.